You know, as a man, I can't quite think of much else better in this world than a bonfire. I've got a whole bunch of, well, not really a whole bunch, but I've got some wood and some miscellaneous materials from cleaning up the shed today that have got to be burnt. A whole bunch of these Twizzler things. And so these are going straight in. These things burn good. So today should be the day that I have uploaded my weekly vlog. But we're doing things a little bit different. I don't think I've accumulated enough content over the week to quite warrant a weekly vlog. You know, I've really been enjoying these daily yaps. And so I thought for today, I'll just have a little talk while I'm burning things, because it's quite fun actually. Since I come back from Australia, life has been very different to how it was in Australia. Been a lot of questions in my life. Because when I was in Australia, I was living very happy, very healthy, very disciplined lifestyle. And it seems to be, since I've come home, well, the majority of it is all, I won't say gone out the window, but I've definitely allowed the hedonism to exist in my life again. Now, weed and alcohol are 100% gone. There's absolutely no issues with them. But smoking and sugar have been existing in my life for the past 2 weeks, I would say. And it's a little bit confusing, right? Because I know the goals in my life. I know the importance of removing these things. And yet, they seem to have regained strength inside my life. I don't know why. I don't know what it means. You know, I thought when I left Australia that that was the end of chapter 1, and coming back to England is now the start of chapter 2. But the follow along from chapter 1 and the progression that I made, the levels that I gained from the end of level 1, chapter 1, have seemed to just fall out of place. And so I don't know what it is. I don't know why these things have all come back. I don't know what it means, really. I don't feel like I've lost grasp on the journey, on where I'm headed, the goals, the vision. It's like I'm taking a break. It's like it's so confusing. It's so confusing. I don't know why I do these things to myself. All it comes down to is self-sabotage, right? Just adding fuel to the fire. And as much as fire is satisfying and pleasurable, it's destructive. And I know the things that I do to my body are destructive. But they're fun. Anyway, I know that I'm moving on. I know that the next chapter of my life is beginning soon. I'm leaving England in about a week and a half. And taking the next step to the next portion of my life to something that, well, I'm very excited for. It's something that I've always wanted to do. And I haven't even been able to sleep properly over the past week. I don't know if it's just from pure excitement or because my body's been a little bit fucked up, a little bit hurting from the bullshit I've been feeding it. Either way, it's exciting stuff. So, until then, there will be no weekly vlogs. There will be no, I guess, higher quality videos. I'm going to film one more long form video about chronic pain before I go, but the weekly vlogs and the much more improved videos will come. I'm going to have an awesome setup, 2 cameras, 2 people, and yeah, the vlogs are about to step up. The channel is about to step up. I am about to step up. So I don't know what this position that I'm in now, I don't know if it's just, I know that I will be doing these amazing things and I will be treating my body much better. And so for now, I'm just enjoying the pleasures, enjoying the toxicity, I suppose. But then it brings the question, will I always see England as this toxic place? Will I always see it as this place where I cannot grow? Because if I'm doing so well living somewhere else, and then I come home and it all goes to shit, and what does that mean? To be honest, I don't know what that means. Over the past couple of weeks, since I've been home, I actually applied for a bunch of jobs and went into a couple of places to speak to people about work. And I'm so grateful that they didn't have work for me, because when I left the fruit shop in Australia, I promised myself that would be the last retail job I ever do. And I was very blessed, I'm very grateful that they didn't have a position for me. They didn't allow that reality to come to fruition. Could just rago this and chuck the whole thing in. Doesn't seem very I mean, it'd probably work as paper, right? But I don't know how. Such a weird obsession with fire. I find it so interesting. But it's like I'm in a weird intermission right now, because I let a lot of things slack. Like I said, my diet, my exercise, I still do my stretches in the morning, and still try and stay active, go on bike rides and walks. But the workouts have definitely been slipping as well. And I'm very fortunate that I'm in the position where my body hasn't just completely crumbled from continuing to do the shit, because I got it to that level, that high position. And I understand that, and I fully accept that. I've definitely given myself a good foundation. Just keep standing on the mic wire. I can't wait to get a wireless mic. But the beauty of it all, the most important lesson that I learned from Australia is that I can heal, I can feel amazing, I can be much better. And I always come back to this idea of self-sabotage. And I know exactly what I need to do. I know exactly what I need to not do. And yet, I still do it. Did actually film a bit of content at the beginning of the week. I just didn't think it was enough to really be able to put together in a vlog for the week, so I thought I'd just recap, sort of. This paper isn't quite burning how I thought it would. But the dream of mine has always been just a plot of land and build and do whatever. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, like I said, I haven't really been able to sleep properly. My body hasn't been thriving like it was. And although the chronic pain isn't back, there's definitely some fatigue, there's definitely some a little bit of weakness in both myself and my body. And although I've been eating shit food and consuming the wrong things, I think that's what it comes down to. I know that I'm eating shit, and so this idea of shit is just manifesting into the way that my body feels. It's Friday today, and I leave not the Monday after the weekend, but a week after that. So I'm going to enjoy this weekend. Going to go have a lovely dinner with my family on Sunday, and then from Monday we're back on the strict diet. Probably still going to smoke a little bit for next week, and yeah, that's the plan for now. Just sort of enjoying it while it's lasting. I've got big plans and big goals, and they will be achieved. moving back out for 6 months. In those 6 months, it's time to level up once again. We're still not even at level 1. Got very far to get. Very far to get. And it's exciting. No one is ever going to buy one roll of wallpaper. This wallpaper's from during COVID. My parents planned a holiday to Borneo, and then it got, well, for their 25th wedding anniversary, it got cancelled because of COVID. So me and my sister decorated our bar, turned it into a jungle, and we had one roll left. No one's ever going to buy this. It's going to be me soon, in the jungle. Beautiful Massimo. Even though my habits and my discipline is regressing, I'm still incredibly excited about life itself. The next 6 months, there's literally no way. There's 0% chance, well, I'm not going to say 0, but there is 1% chance that we fail. Definitely a lot more conscious about the shit that I've been eating, in the way that, yes, I have been eating a lot more than I should, but when I'm eating it, I'm actively realizing how shit it is, and as soon as I've finished eating it, there's just no satisfaction whatsoever. Sure, it tastes nice. I think for me, my favourite part about chocolate and biscuits and chocolate biscuits is the texture. Es increíble. The convenience and the texture is, well, I can't find anything that compares to it. Had a barbecue, or a bonfire. No, not a bonfire. Had some friends round to watch the boxing, Tyson Fury and Usyk. And they offered me beers. Even though I'm not a beer drinker, it just solidified in my mind that I'm absolutely not going back to alcohol, and I'm absolutely not going back to weed. So this is why it's a bit confusing, is because I know the negative effects of weed and alcohol. They are instant, right? But I know the negative effects of sugar, and that, well, sometimes they're instant, but they act pretty quickly and mess you up a lot. Damn, this paper burns crazy. It messes you up slowly, burns you down, right? And so that's why it's a bit confusing to me, is that I know the effects of it. I know the troubles, not only that it causes, but it specifically caused me. And I mean, I'm sure there's some deeper things involved, but I can't quite understand why I've gone back to sugar. And why I've gone back to smoking. And it definitely makes me question life here back in England, if it'll always be this way. Because my main meals are fine. Just eating chocolate, biscuits, and shit. I'm not really eating sweets. It's just chocolate. This MDF does not really burn. So that's life recently, over the past week. Nothing too exciting. I think that it's just life telling me that life here is not exciting. I don't want to live a normal, boring life and get stuck in a 9-to-5 job, even though I absolutely love my work. I did some work with my old boss last week, or a couple of days ago actually, and I've got a full-time career there. I had a full-time career there, and I could still have a full-time career there, but it's not what I want. I want more from life than just slaving away for other people. You know, a lot of people would say it's good. It's a good life to live. Have a trade in your belt. Earn some good money, you know. But the good money that people who say that it's good money are referring to, it's not the good money that I'm referring to. Because I want so much more from my life. Now, everyone talks about playing it safe, and you need this, you need to do that. Oh, but what if this, what if that? You know, you can't achieve greatness without risk. You can't really achieve anything without risk. And so I'm definitely taking a risk. I spend the rest of my money, the last of my money essentially, on my flights. So if things don't work out, then I don't even want to think about it. So things have to work out. Me and Massimo are both in agreement that we're going to make things work. We have to. I used to be a very socially anxious person, but never anxious of life. Never really cared what people think about me. I never really cared how I'm perceived by other people. You know, I live my life according to me. And so hearing people trying to direct my life into this route, it just makes me wonder how everyone has just allowed themselves to become so comfortable and just accept their life for what it is, instead of actively making their own life. Definitely made some questionable choices in my life. I've definitely done some questionable things. But I don't regret any of it. Because it was my choice. It's what I choose to do. It's what I chose to do. And it's led me to be where I am today. Supposed to go to Australia with my friend, and he didn't end up coming. And I always think, like, what would have happened if he came with me? I think things would have been very different. I would definitely not be in this position right now. I may have done a lot more traveling and external exploration, but I think I would definitely still be in pain. I would definitely still be questioning my life. And I would have had to live life according to the rules of another person. Not that he would have ruled anything. I would have had to take control, but I wouldn't have been able to do exactly what. Everyone's been asking since I come back from Australia. I told them I didn't really do much. Everyone's like, oh, don't you wish you did more? Don't you wish you did all this stuff? And no. I'm very fortunate in that I've seen a lot of the world. And yes, Australia is a completely different place, and yes, it is absolutely miles away. I've got a deep appreciation for nature. And I can always go back there. The time I spent going deep, exploring internally, is exactly what I needed at this time. You know, I'm a big believer in that. When you're ready, it will come. And that everything happens for a reason. Whether it seems that way or not, whether it seems unfair, whether it seems harsh, whether it seems wrong, whether it seems disadvantageous, however you pronounce that. There's always a reason for it. And so, when I realized that I'd been making that journey across the world by myself, it seemed a bit scary. But I quickly realized that it's the way it was meant to be. And that's exactly, well, this is exactly what I got out of it. Absolutely beautiful life and realization of life. And hope for the future. That's the most important thing. You know, I was stuck in this very narrow-minded, limiting belief that I'd always be in chronic pain. That's what everyone told me. That's what all the experts and doctors told me, is that I'm gonna have to get used to living in chronic pain because that's what I'm gonna have to deal with for the rest of my life. I couldn't accept it. I didn't know why at the time, 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, why I always refused medication, why I always refused to listen to them. But now I know. It's because it was a whole load of bollocks. You choose your destiny. You choose your life. Life will always happen. The moment you stop actively doing what you want to do, well, then the negative wonders of the world start to creep up. Start taking over. You live this reactive life. And tell you from experience, sucks. Absolutely sucks. These suck. Taste gross. Smell gross. And they make you feel gross. I saw some Harvard study that it's not even the nicotine that's addictive, it's snake venom inside it, which is addictive. They tried selling cigarettes without nicotine. Or they tried selling cigarettes without snake venom in them, and no one would buy them because they couldn't get addicted. Damn. But it's always been this action that I've enjoyed anyway. I think I'm just a lot more aware of the stuff I do now. No matter how bad it is for me. Because I've understood and accepted that it's all my fault. It's all my choice, all my fault, and the results of it are down to me. It's gonna be fun to have essentially a brother for the next 6 months. I've never had a brother, and I always wanted one. I love my sister. It's not quite the same. It's not quite the same at all. Alright, I feel like I'm done yapping now. If you sat through however long this has been, like 40 minutes of me talking about life and burning shit, then thank you. That's highly unlikely. But this period of this stage in my life, just all about putting myself in uncomfortable positions and learning new skills, one of which is talking. Because like I said, I was a pretty socially anxious person, never a communicator. And the only way to develop your skills is to take action and do them, and build resilience to them. So even though I've talked about a whole lot of nothing, I've talked a whole lot. That is the most important thing. That's how you build resilience, that's how you grow as a person. That's what this stage of my life is about. I wasted so much time doing absolutely nothing. Watching bullshit videos, smoking weed, fucking my life up. Not much sounds cooler than a roaring fire, right? Anyway, let you get back to your day. I haven't got too much left to burn. And I'll catch you tomorrow for tomorrow's yap. That'll be much shorter. I'm gonna go do park run tomorrow, which is 5k with my cousin. He just got back from doing his triathlon, so that should be fun. Sold a majority of my things, but still got a lot more to sell. And yeah, like I said, diet's come back next week. Life's good right now. Life's amazing. Wouldn't change it for the world. And I hope you can get to that place too. Or even if you don't think that things are quite how they should be, you know that this is exactly where it needs to be. That's exactly where it is in this hedonistic portion of my life.